Control your emotions and never beg for attention. If someone doesn't want to talk to you, don't force them. Forced relationships never last. Why break yourself for someone who wouldn't do the same for you? Hold yourself together, step back, and protect your peace. Your mental and emotional well-being matter more than trying to prove your worth to someone who doesn't see it. You are a good person, but you're wasting that goodness on the wrong one. The right person will never make you beg for love, time, or attention. People don't neglect those they truly care about. If they do, it's either because they no longer need you, or they never really wanted you in their life to begin with. Don't forget that. Be strong. Value yourself. Don't sugarcoat their actions or paint a different picture just to make yourself feel better. You've seen who they really are. Accept it. Walk away, and don't let them hurt you any longer. If you agree, send this to the person it resonates to and follow for more. God bless.
Women say, they look around like, where are all the men? Who are my daughters going to marry? Like, these men are, of course, they're soy boys and wuss bags and all stuff, but on an even deeper level, it's not about their haircuts, okay? Or how much weed they smoke. It's about the vibe that comes off them. No self-respect and no willingness to do the very first thing that a man pledges to do for his wife, which is to protect her.
Yeah. From
what? Other men.
Yeah.
So, let's just, wake up. This last 80 years of prosperity has driven Americans and the West in general so far from what is fundamentally true. But the most fundamental truth about marriage is it's your job to make sure other men don't get to sleep with your wife. That's number one. And pornography, more than any other thing, I'm convinced, has subverted that. And it should be banned immediately, and the people who put it on the internet should be in jail.
I agree. I think even more than porn nowadays, all the movies, all the TVs, it's glorified cheating on someone. You go glorified, sleeping with this person, you're married, go sleep with the pool boy. It's all in the movies.
But it's even darker. So adultery's bad. I'm obviously making a case on some level against adultery, but I'm talking about something specific.
And a lot of these modern women are continuing to say, oh, I want a man to be bold. I want a man to grow some. I want a man to, just be a man. Just do it, regardless of what I'm doing. Just go out there and take a risk. But it seems like men are the only one taking a risk nowadays in dating. And that's the way that modern women want it. I want you to take all of the risk. Show me. And then if you meet my standards, we'll see. It's not even a, yes, this is the way we're going. It's, we'll see. I've got Chad and Tyrone that I like to go back to.
Quit allowing a man to think he the only man running that race. Let him know, if you not texting me, some other is. If you not taking me out, some other man is. I ain't got time for men with half effort, energy, availability. You always too busy. Guess what? It's a that ain't. This is what you got to tell people. You not ready for a relationship. There's a man that is. You ain't got time to text me back. There's a man that do. This is what you got to let people know. Don't start dating me if you ain't got time to see it through. This is how y'all get up though, because you keep giving grace. What I'm trying to say is, why are you stressing over a man that can't instead of coming on a man that can? You got your head unstable over a man that can't make your legs unstable. Okay, I think you forgot who the f you are. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I am worthy. I am worth it. I am a catch. And any man would be lucky to have me.
Men don't yearn anymore the way they used to yearn. You're immediately getting a second chance if I tell you no and you're outside of my house with a boombox and flowers in your hand. Immediately, you're my boyfriend. Nowadays, men just repost when they get their heart broken, but that's it. Y'all used to go to war and write love letters. Now you guys post sad songs to your Instagram notes. Man who yearns is a man who earns. Come on, get it right.
Oh, sweetie, who said we want a second chance? I mean, I think all that peroxide you're dumping on your head is rotting your brain. No means no. It means you're playing games. It means you're showing just how toxic and delusional you are to think we're supposed to keep chasing you after you said it. Sorry, hun, but it's obvious you aren't worthy or necessary. So yeah, no. Hard pass on the second chance. Go find yourself a simp or maybe keep adding to that body count with Rico, Chad, or Tyrone. Because the real men are done. And they don't want you anymore.
Pursuing modern women nowadays is it's too much work. Too much work, man. You have to play around too much. You don't really know if they like you until probably 8 months in. But men don't even want to go that far. It's not worth it. Juice just isn't worth the squeeze. I mean, I'm sure a lot of these ladies are nice, but the way you're acting, it just doesn't seem like you're nice. It just doesn't seem like you want to get to know me. And when a man is kind of stuck in limbo, trying to figure out what you're trying to do, it's no wonder he decides, let me go with what's tangible.
Attractive men ignore women, you know? They'll look at you, be staring at you. They want you so bad because, yeah, you're attractive, but they got the thrill and the rush to do it and cheat with a good-looking man. It's what they want to do. And do you really want to invite yourself to that den? I don't think so. Also, man, look at this. You know, sometimes a woman is in an entanglement. She can't really make her decision whether she want to leave this guy or not. And she's picking and choosing. She's going out. She's looking for guys that she's like. She's sending them choosing signals and this and that. And then the guy comes up and boom, shoots him down. Sometimes women are confused. They don't even know if they want to go along with it. They done got you over there. They done ended up flirting so much, staring at you with their eyes so much that they done messed around and got you to come up and talk to them. And they'd be like, damn, hold on, wait a minute. I don't know if I want to do this. You see what I'm saying? So you will face these issues as an attractive man. And I don't blame you guys for ignoring women.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
I have been writing and working in the single and dating space in some capacity since 2013, and this is the most consistent question I have ever seen come up. Where are all the men is a consistent phrase that is pervasive across the dating space, across media portrayals of singlehood, you name it. We don't know where the they are. And you know what? It's not our job to find out. Y'all tell us. I'm tired. I'm completely tired of trying to figure out this question. Where the all the men, because you know where the women are? We're out there. We're putting ourselves out there because that's what we were always told we need to do in order to find someone. But then we went out there and you know who we met? Each other, which is fantastic, by the way. I love meeting single women out. But we didn't go out to meet each other. We went out to meet you and you weren't out there. So y'all tell us where the are single men, because what we're not going to do anymore is tell single women only. Put yourself out there. First of all, out where? Second of all, who's there when we go? They've been telling us lies and singing us songs for too long, and it's over. We're not falling for this anymore. We're not putting ourselves out there if we're the only ones doing that, okay?
I don't think these modern women really understand the level of peace that a man receives when he stops messing with modern women, when he stops entertaining modern women. No longer is it, and we can even separate the dates, right? Oh, I gotta take you to this expensive restaurant. We can separate that. We can just talk about how you keep up mess every day for no reason. You're always getting into something that you have no business being in, talking about you're doing it for the plot, and I've got to listen to the nonsense when I could be thinking about making money. Doing a hobby, you know, enjoying a hobby, picking up another one. Which one do you think is more appealing?
You know what most husbands will never say out loud? That sometimes they feel invisible in their own home. Not because you don't care, but because somewhere along the way, they stopped feeling chosen. The kids need you. The house needs you. Work drains you. And somewhere in all that noise, he starts to feel like the last one you have energy for. He misses the woman that used to reach for him, the one that made him feel wanted, not just needed. But he won't beg for it, because begging doesn't feel like love. It feels like rejection. So he gets quieter, more distant. Until one day you look at him and realize he's still there, but he's not the same. And it's not because he stopped loving you. It's because he finally believed you stopped wanting him.
This man right here is broke. He's broke. Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you back home. I'm gonna take you back home where you live.
You want to take me home?
Yeah, I'm taking you home.
I look like this in your car right now, and you want to take me home?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can get any other day, right? Just like you said, you can get any dude to come and pay for your meal and take you out and wind down you, right?
So now we're not going on the date because you don't want to pay more than Starbucks.
Oh, it's not that. Money's no option.
So if money's no option, then why aren't we going on a date? Like an actual date?
Because one, you try to put me on blast. Like, you got your phone out filming this interaction right now.
Okay,
For what
because
reason?
I thought I was getting pranked at this point. Like, it feels like it's not real because I've never had a grown man take me to Starbucks for a date.
You know, you acting really unappreciative. Like, you expect me to take you to some 5-star restaurant right out the gate. You know what? I'm gonna do you one better. I'm not even gonna take you home.
What?
Any dude can come and get you and take you out, right? Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and make sure that's the case.
Are you serious? Yep,
go ahead and get up.
Serious. Are you?
Go ahead and get up.
You know, modern women, a lot of them thrive on what's out there. I'm doing it for the plot. What's next? But, you know, unless there's a little bit more uncertainty, especially in dating, men don't really thrive off of that same thing. And so, you know, when you run into the same thing over and over again and it gets expensive, then for a lot of men, that curiosity stops. I'm not really curious anymore about it because I already know what's going to happen. I already know what's going to happen. So I'm not really curious anymore. I'm more so tired. I'm more so frustrated. I'm more so upset. I'm no longer excited at the potential to meet somebody because for, you know, going out with these modern women, it ends poorly. So I'm at that point in time, a lot of men just check out. They just go their separate ways. I'm just going to keep on doing my thing. Don't worry about me.
This is better.
No, please don't go.
No.
Please stay, please stay.
No, you held that from me. Like, you intentionally didn't tell me that.
I'm sorry. Like, please don't go.
No. Hopefully you told me next time you had a kid before 6 months.
6 months? What did you do? Did you stuff your children in a closet somewhere? I mean, at least their stuff. You must have hid their stuff. Because you cannot seriously date somebody for 6 months and hide the evidence that you are a mother and that you have children. You would have to hide their stuff. You would have to lie about where you are and what you did in a day. You would have to lie about a huge part of your history. So I'm on his side because at that point, it is not just that you were not transparent. You were actually hiding things actively. And I think that man handled it perfectly well. He was calm, controlled, well-mannered. He didn't bash her. He didn't insult her. He just said it as it is, and he was taking himself out of the situation. And honestly, he could have been way more upset because he probably put in so much time and effort into this relationship within that 6 months that this sort of thing would feel like somewhat of a betrayal. That man obviously deserved better, and he knew it, so he made the king move.
Super curious how you guys feel about a woman approaching a man. When I'm out, I definitely approach guys, whether it be at the gym, I'll ask them to help me move like a heavy bench, or compliment their outfit or their style. You don't have to like come out all desperate and stuff, like, nice dick. I just want to do a shout out to all girls. If it's okay for girls to hit on guys, right? A lot of girls always tell me if a guy likes you, he'll come over and talk to you. I just want to let them know that is not true. A lot of guys don't want to come off creepy or like bother you, and they're not sure if you're even interested because you won't even smile at them. Let daddy know that you're interested. Help me spread the word to more women. We need more women approaching men as well. It shouldn't just be all up to the guys, right? Wouldn't you love it if a hot girl said hi to you if she was down? Like, come on. My face. You don't recognize me? Sick joke. Sorry, my bad.
And you know, y'all keep on thinking because a man is opted out of dating and just stopped dating, that the man is bitter, that the man just hates women, when it's really just a cost-benefit analysis. That's it. Am I getting what I put out? And if I have to look at myself and say, I need to do better, well, maybe I don't need to be dating at that point in time. So that's one way. But if I look at myself and I'm saying, okay, I've got a couple of places that I can improve, right? But, you know, I'm kind of still looking. But when I look out there and I see maybe 2 or 3 things that I have to take care of versus you thinking that you're better than me, and you saying, well, you got 10 things to take care of and I have none. I have none to take care of. A man is going to look at that and be like, delusional. So she says, I have tons of things to take care of, but she has none. I'm self-aware. I know there's probably a handful of things that I could do better. But she's saying she ain't got nothing to improve on. She's not even standing there thinking about what she can improve on. It's time for me to go sit down somewhere.
A good feminine woman is going to be a mirror for all the ways that that man lacks in his life. And a man that is not emotionally mature, a man that is not mature, period, intellectually, mentally, spiritually, that is going to be very confronting for him. So he's either going to do one of two things. He's going to push that good woman away because he's not willing to deal with the reflections of himself that he doesn't like, or he's going to say, it's time for me to evolve. It's time for me to change. It's time for me to grow. Let me see if I can actually do this.
So why do men take the route, oh, I'm gone? Why don't they sit in it and be like, I want to be better for myself and for this relationship?
Because, and to be honest, I think there are so many men that want to sit in it and they do not have the tools how.
What are the tools that they need?
How to sit inside of discomfort. How to, because think about it, a man is get the job done, get the job done, get the job done. There's no feel, it's all do, right? You don't have to be, men in here, do you guys agree? Y'all have to do a job, do a job, do a job, do a job. No one is saying, okay, well, how did you feel about that job? What was your expectation of that job? Do you feel like you did a good job at the, nobody's having those conversations. And now you get with a woman who's intuitive and emotionally sound, and she's asking those questions. So if you've never been asked the question, you don't ask a baby to do calculus and then get mad when they fail. You sit down with the baby and say, what's 1 + 1? This is, what's 2 + 3? And eventually you go to, what is the square root of pi, right? You eventually get there, but it's not going to happen overnight. Now the thing is, are they willing? Because if you're not willing, you're wasting your time based off of what you may need.
It just sounds like we're mothering grown men.
No.
That's what it sounds
no.
like. It's exhausting.
No.
I don't know about you, but I want someone who chooses me every day. I don't want to have to beg for that person to stay. I don't want to have to do my best every single day just to get their attention. I want them to give it to me openly and freely. I want to work on our relationship, but I don't want to carry the relationship for the both of us. Don't want to feel like I have to continuously put in the effort for them or beg them to put in the effort for me. It's not worth it. It's draining. It's exhausting. And all it does is hurt in the end. You feel more alone than ever because it's like this person is showing up physically but not emotionally. They're completely shut off most of the time. And having to beg someone to give you attention or affection is one of the most disappointing things in the world, because when they give it to you, even after you ask for it, you know it's not because they want to, it's just to please you for the moment. It's not genuine, it's not heartfelt. They didn't want to do it on their own, so I'm no longer going to beg for people in my life.
Modern women really, they're not serious. They always have something silly to say. Well, how come I can't get a man to take me seriously? This goes beyond joking, right? Because you can have fun, you can be silly. You know, that's just who she is. She's just a goofy person. She just likes to have fun. She just likes to cut up. That's just who she is, right? If that's not your personality, leave her alone. That's one thing. What we have today is modern women cackling and being silly in a man's face when a man is trying to approach. And not only do they act silly and immature, they continue it instead of saying, no, we just playing. What's going on? There's one woman in the gym, man came up to her, you know, maybe he could have said something a little bit better. Maybe he could have approached a little bit better. He didn't do anything weird, but, you know, maybe he could have said some stuff better. Her friend jumps in, starts cackling and doing all that other stuff. And instead of saying, no, I'm sorry, go ahead. You know, this is your moment. And really, you know, being genuine about it. You know, maybe you give him a good natured ribbing. Hey, you remember when you said that to Chloe? And, you know, just kind of bust out laughing. And, you know, you kind of roast them a little bit and go on about your business. Men can take that. What men don't want to be involved in anymore is being the butt of the joke every single time. And they really didn't even do anything wrong. It's not worth it, man.
Honestly, a lot of times we forget that words of affirmation can be the simplest things, like saying thank you to a man. A lot of times you think because I'm your man, I'm supposed to do this, but I still need to know you consider me and the fact that I've gone out of my way to make this effort. So thank you goes a long way. I appreciate you. How are you doing? A lot of times we don't sit and have those conversations and learning each other.
I think also, man, just as a man, just to touch on what bro said, it's the gratitude point, bro. Like, as a man, we want that acknowledgement that we are an incredible man. Just like she said, why would I reward a fish for swimming? But the reality is, most of these fish, in that analogy, in terms of the men that are out here, ain't swimming. And if you need proof of that, look at your friend group. Look how hard it is for them to find a solid man that's taking care of everything, supporting you emotionally, emotional intelligence, all of these things, providing all of these things to the relationship. Look how hard that is to find. You got it. So because you have it, you need to acknowledge it, and you need to treat that man accordingly. Gratitude. Let that man know randomly, hey, baby, I appreciate the sacrifices that you're making to provide me this lifestyle. Baby, I appreciate the sacrifices you're making to let me know that I'm supported. I feel powerful. I feel like I can just pursue anything because of the infrastructure that you're setting. That needs to be acknowledged, and that needs to be said. And it's a lot of women out here that really feel like, why should I reward a fish for swimming, despite the fact that most of y'all have friends dating who ain't swimming.
I want to give women the best dating advice from a man's perspective that I believe every woman desperately needs to hear right now. Stop saying there's no good men out there, or that men suck, or I hate men. Look, no one agrees with the shortage of strong, healthy, masculine men out there more than I do right now. But stop speaking definitively and in absolutes like there's no good men out there. No, there is some good men out there. I consider myself to be one of them. I've done a lot of work. And the last woman that these good men want are women like you. Shouting on Instagram that there's no good men out there, that men are toxic, and change my mind about men. Why? Because if that's all you have to offer on social media or a dating app, when you can say anything is men suck and I hate men, that in itself is toxic behavior. And men that are of high value are not attracted to toxic behavior. Men that lead and provide and are high performers and are strong and healthy and emotionally intelligent and regulated. The kind of guy that makes all the plans and just allows you to shut your brain off and just show up pretty and makes you feel so safe so you can just be your beautiful feminine self, doesn't want to have anything to do with you if you say that. Because real men are so attracted to beautifully feminine women, and the feminine is kind of in the clouds, dreaming of and holding on to the idea that they've had since they were a child, that there is a Prince Charming out there for them that will sweep them off their feet at any moment. That is so deeply attractive to a man. They want the woman who says, I believe in men. I love men. I love what they bring to the table. I need a strong man in my life. And I know that that strong, handsome, masculine man that I'm meant to be with is out there for me somewhere. Now, you might not like this advice, but facts don't care about your feelings. And from a man's perspective, I'm just giving you the facts. You want to find the good men? Then start acting like the women that good men are attracted to. And I promise you, they will find you. And that's the vibe today.
And you have to also understand, if men are opting out of dating, well, why are you doing that? Well, a lot of men, especially older brothers, older fellas who have been working, grinding, brothers might have been divorced. They might have been divorced already. That had the house. Some of these brothers then gone all the way up, had the house, still got the house, had to rebuild after divorce. And now that man gets himself, because money ain't everything, right? But I've used my wherewithal to go back and grind and get what I had before she drained me, right? Took everything I had. I used all of that to get back to where I was. And now I'm a little bit more protective of my peace. I'm a little bit more protective of my lifestyle that I've worked twice, probably 2 or 3 times at that point in time to get back to. And so it's easy for a man to kind of back off and say, once again, I like you. I think you're a nice person, but I worked hard. And a lot of times modern women aren't really giving men the confirmation or the signals that they need in order for a man to feel comfortable going fully into this relationship or throwing his full weight, attention, and interest into a relationship.
I've been with my husband for like 17 years, so it's been a long time since I've had a first date. I hear the rules of dating are changing, and I want to hear how you guys weigh in. Every date I've ever been on, a man has asked me out, I've gone out with him, and he treats. Now I guess people are going 50-50, and I'm curious what the rules are on this. I love chivalry. I love, opening the door for me, making me feel like a princess and treating me. Well, that's not to say that I haven't ever said, hey babe, let me treat you tonight. I want to take you to dinner. But as far as the first date was concerned, every time I was asked out by a man, he paid. I don't think think there's a right and wrong. I think both people can decide what they're comfortable with, but I'm curious, what is your take on it? Do you think that a man should pay on first date or that it should be 50-50?
Good men get fumbled too. Nobody talks about that. We talk constantly about how men need to step up, how men need to lead, how we got to be better. And all that's true. But we don't talk enough about men who actually did the work, the men who showed up and provided and protected and communicated and stayed loyal and still got played. Because a lot of women are praying for a good man while holding on to the habits they learned from a toxic one. And when a good man finally shows up, he doesn't feel like peace. He feels like boredom because you're so used to that chaos, that stability now feels like something is wrong. So you start picking fights, testing him, looking for the catch, and eventually you push away the exact thing you pray for because you didn't do the healing required to keep it. He was consistent. He was present. He loved without a highlight reel, and what you call boring was actually just a man who wasn't performing for you. He was just keeping it real, and real is rare. So he got quiet, got focused, got to work, because a man who knows his value, he doesn't audition for a second chance with somebody who already had the front row seat and still chose the cheap seats. Now she's comparing everybody to him. Every man she meets gets measured against a standard she didn't appreciate until it was gone. A good man can give you the world, but he can't heal the trauma that makes you rejected. And the most dangerous thing a fumbled good man becomes isn't bitter. It's selective, because now he knows exactly what he brings to the table and exactly what kind of woman deserves a seat at all. So stop asking God for a high value man if you're still operating with a low value mindset. Good men get fumbled every day by women who are ready to be loved right. A submissive woman actually controls the man, and the internet has turned submission into something weak, when in reality, it's one of the most powerful dynamics in a relationship. See, submission isn't about a woman having no voice or no intelligence or no influence. It's about understanding how influence actually works. Smart women understand something that many men don't notice until it's too late. A man's direction is often shaped by the environment that's around him. The woman that he respects can calm him down when his emotions are high. She can encourage him when he's doubting himself. She can quietly guide his thinking without ever having to fight him for authority. That's real power. Because a man who feels respected will move mountains for the woman who gives him that feeling. He'll work harder, he'll protect more, he'll become more disciplined. But the influence didn't come from control or conflict. It came from how she positioned herself in the relationship. That's why some women can completely stabilize a man's entire life without ever raising her voice or trying to compete with him. And you'll see it in real life all the time. A man who is reckless suddenly becomes focused. A man who is lost suddenly finds direction. A man who used to move carelessly suddenly becomes more thoughtful about his decisions. Respect is the language most men understand best. When a man feels that from a woman, it doesn't make him weaker. It actually makes him want to be the type of man worthy of it. And that's why the most powerful women in a man's life are often not the loudest ones. They're the ones who understand how to influence a man without having to fight him for the role that he already believes that he has.
What makes a man emotionally check out of a woman is really one big moment. It's a slow shift, and most women don't notice it until it's happening, because on the surface everything still looks fine. He still replies, okay, still shows up sometimes, still keep things going. But emotionally, he is already pulling back. And I have seen this pattern across thousands of situations. It usually starts when the dynamic becomes one-sided, when he stops feeling challenged, stops feeling he has to earn you, stops feeling any real consequence for inconsistency, because everything becomes predictable. And predictable without effort kills emotional investment. Understand this. So he slowly detaches out of, not out of hate, not even always consciously actually, but because there is no longer anything pulling him deeper. And here's the truth most people miss actually. Men stay emotionally invested where they still feel something to gain and something to lose. The moment that disappears, so does his emotional presence and investment. That's why the shift isn't chasing him harder. It's re-establishing your value through your actions. Less explaining, okay, less overgiving, more alignment. That's what keeps him engaged. If you have felt that slow emotional distance happen before and don't want to repeat it again, you'll find exactly what you need in the link in my bio. Follow for more.
When she says she needs more communication, men apparently hear, please report to me every 12 minutes like an employee. Send this to your husband, boyfriend, partner, whatever. No, that's not what that means. She usually means, just please make me feel included in the life that you're already living. Because there's a huge difference between needing constant contact and needing basic consideration. A quick text saying, busy day today, thinking of you. Leaving the office late, closer to midnight than 9. Or, heads up, I knew about this dinner next week and I forgot to tell you, but I'm trying to give you the information now. Or, trip might not happen, I got ahead of myself. It honestly takes seconds, but it creates security for days. Because what actually hurts relationships is rarely one dramatic moment. It's usually a pattern of knowing plans a week ago and mentioning them last minute, saying she can come on the trip and then it suddenly falls through, telling her you'll be done by 9, but then disappearing until midnight, creating expectations, then letting her sit in confusion. And men sometimes say, I'm just worried that I'm going to overcommunicate. I don't want to overshare. She might get annoyed. No, most women are not annoyed by communication. They're hurt by feeling like an afterthought. There's no medal for being big. There's no mystery award for poor updates. You're not protecting your independence. You're creating unnecessary distance. And from what I know to be true, sometimes men get so focused on building the future, money, career, deals, success, that they neglect the person they say they're building it for. Don't be so focused on building a future that you lose the future of us. Because small tweaks mean everything. It takes 10 seconds to send the update, 30 seconds to reset expectations. One moment of thoughtfulness can prevent days of disconnection. Communication isn't constant access, it's consistent consideration. I'm Mallory Love, matchmaker and dating and relationship strategist. Give me a like and comment communication if you'd like to learn a little bit more on how to be a better communicator in your relationship.
I need you to listen to me because I'm so full I don't have room for anything, including your I just have to listen to you and then I can just have it.
That's what he heard.
There you are.
And seem interested and happy if more is coming.
Yeah. I taught this to a 12-year-old boy about one of his 2 moms. Wow. Yeah, and then he practiced. He was like, anything else? No, Timo, you gotta ask it like she's the most fascinating person in the whole. Yeah. That you're hoping there's more. So really, trust me. I get a call a few days later. You know, work.
Wow. I mean, that is a scenario that must be just everywhere in relationships, because that was one of the most accurate. I see my producer laughing because I know it's accurate for him too.
and then what falls out of that, this hurt and resentment and then withholding, and we start being generous with each other and being in love dies, and now we just have bills and kids, and it all starts with a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Like, no, men need jobs. They gotta produce results. The results, you're going to be yourself again. You're going to be able to care about me. You could listen to.
Seriously, I mean, even you just bringing up the tea kettle. This is a completely different situation, but we have an ongoing thing where I'll turn on the tea kettle, but when I'm in my like best feminine, like you explained, which I didn't even realize the whole puttering thing until you explained it, that when I am in my ultimate feminine, I'm not rushed. If I'm rushed and I'm busy, then I'm stressed. And then he doesn't want to be around me either when I'm stressed. That's like, if he has to answer what's the time when you want to like, ooh, give Ellen some space. It's if I'm stressed and I'm rushed. But so when I am in my ultimate feminine, I'm like you say, like I'll start the laundry and and then I'll start the dishes, and halfway through the dishes, the dishwasher's still open. I say, oh, I forgot to water the plants. And then I'll water the plants and I'll turn on the kettle. And then I walk away and then it's going zzz, and I'm in the other room doing a board game with the kids. And he's like, Ellen, you always forget to turn off the kettle. Why don't you turn it off? And I don't know why I don't turn it off.
A lot of these modern women, whether you're a single mother or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all going to be the same, right? It's just that a lot of times single mothers they're a little bit more, some of these women, not all women, but some of these women, they're a little bit more, they have a heightened, and I understand it, a heightened awareness of the things that are going on around them, right? But even at that, you still have to audition for the man as well. lot of times a lot of these modern women are like, well, a man has to audition for me. He has to do X, Y, and Z. He has to show me this, and this. And sometimes they be asking a man to do stuff that has nothing to do with dating or courting or anything. That's just what I wanted, right? So you have a lot of modern women out here. Well, I got to make sure that this is in line, and I'm a single mother, so I have standards, and my standards are even higher, and this and that. But really, honestly and truly, and this is why I mention it, you look at their standards, and really it's not really a higher standard. Sometimes it's just desperation. Sometimes it's just, I really need this. I really want this in my life. I really don't want to work anymore. Right? So I need a man to make enough so I can take a step back. Well, do you plan on having any other kids? No. Well, what step back are you going to be taking? You don't plan on having any other kids. That's your kid. He'll come in and be a father figure and be the man of the house. He doesn't need to pay for you. You don't need to become a stay-at-home mom. But they be asking for things. They be, I want more from this next relationship. And they be trying to put more pressure on a man to do stuff that they can actually do themselves. If they stop being lazy or stop wanting to be mentally lazy. Well, I want to do this now. No. You need to continue the stuff that you were doing and stop trying to find a man to dump all your problems on, whether it's financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You need to continue to handle your